So I'm sitting on the balcony in Mallorca of my hotel, my second to last night of my 1 month sabbatical in Spain. And it's been a rainy day, but the sun is like popping through. I just went for a swim. Oh, it was a great swim. And I was on a full day tour. Started at 9 a.m. We did a bus. Okay, the road, it was scary. Like, we were, like, the tour guide lady was, like, singing in French, German, Spanish, and English, just to be sure. Like, when we'd go around these corners, like, he'd have to kind of, like, back up, and it would go right by the side of the cliff, and it was, like, right... I'm going to ask my editor to put a picture of this road. It's a World Heritage UNESCO road. It's crazy. Okay, it started with that. Then it went on to a boat ride. And then it went on to a tram train ride. And then back to the bus. And then I got dropped off. I had no idea that where I chose to stay is right across the street-ish from the Royal Palace. And apparently I don't know who it is. I'm so bad. Is there a king and a queen of Spain? I don't even know. But apparently they're here. There's police everywhere. Anyways, it's been quite the day. But what was curious, I was the only single woman on the whole tour, huge tour bus. And I was just enjoying the couples. And I ended up talking to one couple from Germany, who have just recently fallen in love, and another couple from Serbia who have been together for 3 years. And there must just be something about my energy that they were attracted to connecting with me. Oh, and another couple from, where were they from? They were from the UK, but Newcastle? I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, so 3 couples. And they seemed to be drawn to me, and then I would ask questions like, tell me something you just really appreciate about your partner, or how did you meet, or what do you really love about them, and like these sort of deeper questions than they're normally asked, and just to watch them light up, and then to continue to come back and sit with me here and sit with me there, and they wanted to share and be heard for their love. It was so lovely. And they weren't like judgmental that I was by myself or single or what have you. They were just a little shocked that I would travel by myself, and that I liked it, and that I looked so relaxed. So anyways, it was a great day, and I had a humongo lunch. So I'm just sometimes I just have a power bar and some nuts and a glass of wine for dinner. That's all I want if I like really eat a lot in the middle of the day. So as we go into this next interview with Sophie Josephine, I literally just got to know her 12 hours, maybe not even 24 hours before I interviewed her for this wonderful podcast. I got to sit beside her at lunch and hear about her relationship, and hear about her desire for a baby, and hear about her health challenges and the miracles that are occurring in her life. And as you listen to this podcast, hearing how in love she is, and how whole she is, and how hungry she is. Yeah, this is a delicious podcast. You're gonna love it. Enjoy.
Welcome to Intimate Conversations, Season 13, Heart Broken Open, where intimacy is an inside job. Welcome to another episode of Intimate Conversations. Here we are, Season 13, Heart Broken Open. And if you go back to the first episode of this entire season, it was a challenge. It was a challenge from one of my coaches, John Wineland, to do a podcast to my son. And I think we'll see take 4 or take 5, because the first ones were pretty raw, pretty deep, and they're all over on my Patreon channel. So here we are.
that was like March, April, May, June, July. Here we are filming this anyways in July in Mallorca, Spain at another one of my John Wineland workshops, only to sit beside this goddess at lunch. The giggling goddess lunch. Having no idea. It's really amazing at these workshops. We don't meet based on, so what do you do? We meet based on heart and the love that we choose to liberate in the world. And so I had the blessing of sitting beside this beautiful goddess and only to discover that she was available for a podcast the very next morning. So both of us are a little raw, which I think is going to really be a beautiful conversation as a way that we get to introduce her and welcome her to our community. Yes. So welcome. Let me do the official bio. So normally we would have the whole thing set up, but here I am in my studio with my phone. So here we go. Sophie Josephina is a polarity teacher who works with masculine and feminine energies in relationships, in inner work, business, money, and the universe itself. Hello, inner dude and sky daddy. I love this. We have to go deeper into that. Thousands of people have joined her programs for healing and awakening and maturing of their inner and outer masculine, feminine dynamics. As an ex-data scientist turned polarity teacher, she is trained in polarity facilitation, relationship coaching, tantric practices, masculinity, holistic healing, and neurobiology. She also hosts a podcast too, Deeper with Sophie Josephina, where she has open and raw conversations on the challenges and the beauty of masculine, feminine relating. So Sophie, thank you so much. Very last minute being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really honored to be here, actually. Really.
Good. So let's just start from the beginning because I really only know you from pizza.
From pizza. We shared a pizza.
How did you get into this work? Where are you from? All the things. Sort of give us the baseline. Give us the foundation.
Yeah. So in my previous life, as you said, I was a data scientist.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a smart cookie.
I was a data scientist. I was in a big corporation. I was only surrounded by men. And I loved it, to be honest. I loved being in that world.
Yeah.
And I would say I was what the feminists wanted me to be. So I thought I was as much woman as one could be.
Okay.
Boss babing it.
Yeah, boss bitch, yeah.
Long hair, high heels, nice dresses, social, charming, successful, independent, all the things.
Yeah.
And I was at the top of my career at about 25, 26. And I collapsed, fully collapsed.
Oh, wow.
Out of nowhere. I couldn't get out of bed for 2 years.
No way. 2 years.
Could not get out of bed. And I didn't get why. Because I wasn't working in a particularly toxic work environment, I wasn't overworked. And I just could not get out of bed. And I didn't get why, because I was living the life that I should be living, right?
Yeah.
And I was raised by a quantum physicist and a tantrika. So
Stop it.
So I've had these two very different, somehow weirdly similar worlds.
Wow.
So I kind of came back because my mother raised me in ashrams and tantra gurus and whatnot.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I kind of came back to her teachings in that burnout and initially went into the work of David Data. And I realized I was never taught what it means to be feminine. We had this idea of what it means to be a woman, which was a very important part of my life, to be able to prove to the world that I could do everything.
Right.
But to actually be feminine is something completely different. And I was also experiencing at that age, I wasn't getting the relationships I wanted. I would try to find the biggest guy in the room, the most alpha dude I could find. And they would turn to puppies in my lap. And, I wasn't getting nourished in any way. And I was a hot mess. And I thought my anxious attachment needed to be fixed. I was just in a lot of masculine energy.
Wow.
And so I realized I was so tired and so exhausted.
Yes.
Because there was nothing feminine about me. Because what's feminine is actually leaning back.
Yeah, receptive.
It's actually receptive. It's actually experiencing. I can find the pasta in the grocery store, but I don't need to. Right? Yes, I'm smart enough. Yes, I'm strong enough to carry my own suitcase.
Yeah.
But I don't need to anymore. I don't have to prove the world that I'm capable anymore.
Right.
And to actually lean back and honestly, often to stop talking and to give a man space to just fill it for me.
Right.
it was a completely different way of being because I was like on top of everything, you know?
Right. It is amazing if you just shut the fuck up and just go,
Yeah.
what more they'll say.
Yeah, because it's like John always says, like men are denser.
Mm.
So they just need time a little bit. And we tend to like, oh, you didn't take out the trash. Okay, I'll do it. Instead of just leaning back
Right.
and give a man literal space and time to just fill it.
Right.
And so my life changed massively. I changed massively. My energy, my health, my friendships, my lifestyle, everything started changing. And it became very clear to me. My body communicated very clearly to me that I could not go back to my old life.
Yeah.
And that was hard because I was successful. I had this great
Sure.
career. I worked so hard to get there.
Of course. And this was in the Netherlands?
Yes.
Okay.
And I literally had fake epileptic attacks every time I approached my office. So I would wake up in ambulances.
Whoa.
Yeah, that strong because I thought, no, I should go. Of course, it's my job.
Oh, my word.
So I had to listen. I always say I was domed by my body
Yes.
because she was like, hell no, you are not going back.
Wow.
So a week before the pandemic hit, I quit my very, very lucrative job
Oh, my God.
to start doing this.
What a perfect
And I initially
inner storm.
I thought, what have I done? The pandemic, and I'm like, oh my God, Sophie, how are you going to pay your rent?
Yeah.
And it was the perfect time. It was just the perfect time. And my business exploded from month one. And it was so clear that God, universe, whatever you want to call it, like needed me to be there.
Right.
And that my body was wise. That
Yes.
she knew exactly where I needed to be. And she would dom me if I wasn't listening.
Right. Right.
And the last 5-6 years, my life has just been magical.
Oh.
And through that, I eventually came into the John world. And that was like coming home. And it still feels like that. Like I cried when I entered our space again on Friday, where I was like, wow, I'm back. Thank you. Like I can't, there's just no, this is like my church, I say. This is where I pray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good story. Wow. So winding up or going back a bit and then forward again. So mom was a tantrika.
Yeah.
And so I would surmise that she was quite wise in feminine energy, but you weren't ready to listen, or she didn't push, or what did she provide that supported this shift when you quit? Or was it just sort of like a catalyst and you really did your work on your own?
Great question. So I was so young when I entered the ashrams. I was like 6 or 7. So I was 6 or 7 when I was spending my Sundays in like ecstatic bliss, you know, and like working with Kundalini energy. And I had my Shaktipat at like age 9 or something. Like,
oh, that's amazing.
So that was just I had no like intellectual understanding of it. It was just my Sundays.
Life. Yeah.
It was just my Sundays. And I was around all these people with these like very open bodies. And I intellectually did not understand what was happening there, but I knew it was fun.
Right.
Right. And then I loved being there and I enjoyed it. And she actually passed before I quit my job. So my mother passed 10 years ago. So it was, her passing was also a reason for me that I thought, she didn't become very old. I was like, wow, if I only become my mother's age, I'm halfway here. And this is not it.
Wow.
This is the life I'm supposed to be living. It's not that rewarding.
Right.
If I'm really honest.
It's very curious. My mom died when I was 32.
Oh, yeah.
So how old were you?
25.
25, yeah. What do you think? Hi, moms in heaven who are watching both of us right now. What do you think losing her young provided for your exploration of femininity and your gifts to the world?
I think losing any parent young is a big deal.
Yeah.
Like if I'd lose a parent now, I'm 35 now, it's a different story. But 25, I was a child.
Yeah.
I was a child. Yeah. What did that do for me? I think once we lose like the feminine as a mother in our life, I very much had to source something from within.
Thank you.
That I couldn't source outside of me. And it's still hard sometimes, you know? I want to crawl next to my mother on the couch and I cannot anymore. So I find, and we need it. So I find it in my girlfriends.
Yeah.
I find it in my mother-in-law. I find it in all these beautiful women that I meet, but I do have to go look for it, and I have to source something from within.
Yeah.
Because my mother showed me, of course she knew me as a teenager, right, in my early 20s, but this chapter of woman, in my case, going into mother,
Yeah.
she's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And so there's something I have to actually now connect to a lineage, and have to connect to, okay, what actually lives in my bones?
Yeah.
What is the flavor, the texture of womanhood, of femininity, of motherhood, of wife, whatever we want to call it? Like, what is that texture coming through my bones? Because I don't have this embodiment of woman, of mother next to me anymore. And yeah, it's a very different journey. I'm often a bit jealous with my girlfriends, and they get to hang out with their mother. And like, even at 35, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
And I can't, even though I have a wonderful father, but wonderful brother, but it's different.
I so get that.
Yeah.
I so want to crawl into your arms right now. We can just be together. Snuggle. Because I remember the same. I was just like the badass boss who was going to help her die and protect her
my
and
God, I
make
did
sure
the
they
same
brought the morphine and, like all the your mom died of cancer?
Yeah.
Same.
Died in my arms. Yeah.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but for me to almost be the mother for her.
Especially at the end.
Especially at the end, right? And I just even realized at the beginning of this trip of meeting you for the first time, being in Spain on sabbatical for a month, my very first experience was Huachuma with my shaman at the north of Spain. And when I first met him like 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, he's like, "You have a big mother wound." I'm like, no, I have a father wound. So I've been working on my father wound. But just before this trip, I started to really feel into, I don't remember being held. It sounds like you do remember being held by your mom.
Yeah.
And dancing and incredible energy. My mom was dealing with a drunk, stoned, cheating father, but she stayed. And so I watched her be very sort of sterile and not wanting to be here. And she succeeded and left by 61. So as I'm feeling into this next phase for me, I'm like, oh, I don't remember what it's like to be held by the mother.
Yeah.
And now to let myself be held by girlfriends, the inner cultivation of our feminine. But I'm still uncrunching into trusting the masculine because I can trust my inner feminine. Yeah. So take us on your journey as you began to trust in your inner feminine. The universe reflected back, yes, please, your business succeeded and expanded. How did relationships shift? Because I want to eventually weave to what we were talking about at lunch yesterday. Take us on this next phase of your evolution.
So I think what happens to a lot of women that go into this kind of work, you start to feel too niche, right? A little bit too niche for the outside world, right? I don't drink. I don't go to festivals. I am chronically ill. I'm deeply into the polarity world. And I'm an entrepreneur. I am spiritual, but gosh, just sit me down for steak and wine and like, who's gonna fit that? Like it becomes more and more niche.
Yeah, well, your pure uniqueness is showing up,
which I actually think is a great thing. But especially in the beginning, I thought nobody's gonna match this. I am never gonna find my match.
Yeah, thank you.
As the years went on, I realized there's a surrender to God that we get to do, or surrender to love, and we are not in control.
Shit.
So I could try really hard and go on a gazillion dates, but love just kind of happens.
Yeah.
And especially the timing of it, we are not in control.
Divine timing is different than our will.
So especially for the relationship I now have, when I became single, I felt very different a year ago. And I said, it's up to God, and I fully trust him. And if it takes 5 years, 10 years, it's okay.
Wow.
And I will have a great time until then.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'll have a lot of fun until then.
Yeah.
And I just wait. It's going to happen to me. I don't have to make anything happen because love wants to happen. Masculine and feminine wants to come together. And so, and every every movie lover or date or bad date that happens in the meantime is just a polarity practice.
Yeah.
It's just a gift from God to open me in some sort of way. And so everything is divinely orchestrated.
Yeah.
And so I went into singleness a year ago, like, I'm so taken care of. And what I said, I was ready to be single for 5-10 years, even though I
Sure.
want a family. I was 34 at the time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in the, oh my God, it's never going to happen.
Right.
And I eventually met my man 9 months later.
Nice.
And because I wasn't even looking so hard, I just went on a fun date.
Right.
I didn't think, oh my God, this is it.
Right.
I just went on a fun date. And from there, it very organically grew.
Yeah.
Because again, it didn't have to become something because I trust God, universe to take care of me.
Right.
And I think I initially had an idea of like, oh, I need to meet somebody in the polarity world, or I need to meet another teacher, or
Yeah.
to match me, right?
Right.
I met this man who's never done anything in this world ever.
It was today or this last weekend, his first experience?
He's never done anything.
Oh my God.
Anything.
So good.
But he was so deeply embodied and like instinctually masculine.
Yes.
And it's just in his bones and his integrity and his heart and he doesn't pull tarot cards with me, which I also don't want because I want to do that with my girlfriends. But if I pull tarot cards for him once a quarter, he is very open to hear what I have to say. You know, he doesn't judge it, but he's not girlfriending with me in that, which I actually really like.
Yeah, yeah.
He's very much in the real world.
Yeah.
He has a really, really good job, you know, and I love it. And then I bring him here and he wowed me. I did not feel like I was there with a quote unquote newbie. Not at all. And so.
Did he? How did he wow you?
Because it was like he had done it for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He wasn't learning anything. He was remembering something, or he was finding language for something he's always felt.
Wow.
And I'm sure people listening to this podcast also, we might all have this idea, like we need to find somebody also in this. And I'm not saying that that's a right or wrong thing, but wow, especially men, let yourself be surprised because there's some good men out there.
Yes.
That have never opened a book about masculinity.
Right.
And just are good men.
Yes.
And just love taking care of a woman and love providing for her and love making her feel safe and soft. And I met my match in like just a dating app in Amsterdam with no like fancy words attached to it. You know, it was great. And I really met my match.
Okay. So we're going to go deeper there in a second.
Yes.
Backing up a moment to the way in which you received him.
Yeah.
And your unwavering trust. And I like what you said. When it's one thing to say, I trust God, I trust the divine. But when we get down into it's so beautiful to hear the quantum physicist father in you and the tantrika mother in you. Because I'm remembering science. I've interviewed several quantum physicists on this show over the years. And this idea of masculine and feminine, inherently allurement is the foundation of our universe. Dr. Mark Gaffney has been a guest several times on this podcast as well, and I just love the way he speaks of, any crisis is a crisis in intimacy. We desire at the core level of the smallest particles out to the stars to come together, these energies. And I'm hearing a knowing in that, not a hope that I'll find my partner, not a hope that I will be provided for, that this energy is, if I surrender to it, it will take care of how I run my business, how I share my message, how I attract my partner, all the things. Everything. So take us a little deeper into that, because my experience is most women dating who are feeling the clock, who want a child, do not have the level of surrender and trust you have, like, at all. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So take us into the underworkings of this knowing, not a hope, not a belief, but a knowing that you're held everywhere.
I've had this my whole life.
Stop.
I had a really hard life. Like really, really. Foster homes, abuse, like really horrendous.
Oh, so on the one hand, we've got ashrams, but simultaneously we have foster homes? Oh, tell me more. Okay.
It's a very long story, but my life has been really hard, and I've had very serious health things for the past 15 years. So,
so it wasn't just this
in bed for 2 years and epilepsy on the way to work.
That was a deep point, but no, I have severe endometriosis. I've been in labor pain for 15 years.
That's what we spoke of at lunch yesterday, right?
Yeah, labor-like pain for 15 years, like twice a month for 2-3 days. So
On a spiritual, because to me, the body, like we just
Yeah.
said, talks to us, right?
Yeah.
So that would be like so much about femininity.
yeah,
What have you discovered in those 15 years? What was your body trying to tell you?
I think once you have a chronic illness, especially if you're more in the spiritual world, you go through stages.
Yeah.
So I definitely had my stages of like, what trauma is connected to this? What does this mean? Joe Dispenza it, and there's a lot of value in it, and there's a limit. Because I think we all have this. We have an area in our life where we feel deeply powerful, an area in our life where we're powerless.
And we just have to surrender.
And I'm like the strongest manifester. And then when my body, it's like, I have nothing to say. I can do all the right health and diet and work. And it all is helpful,
Sure.
but it doesn't fix or solve or make this go away.
Yeah.
And so this is another place where I've been domed to just be with it.
Yes, yes.
So yes, I am in severe pain twice a month for days, already for 15 years. It is genuine suffering. And every time it happens, yes, I'm crying and I feel sorry for myself and there's victim and that's all okay. And apparently this is my path. And all I can do is accept it. All I can do is pray. All I can do is trust that some way, somehow, this is just what I'm meant to be. And so I've had all these moments in my life, like I work with a concept called Sky Daddy, right? It started a bit as a joke, but it's this idea that also from quantum physics, we know that the world is always expanding, right? That's one of the laws of the universe. Everything is always expanding. So what is God, universe, trying to do with you? It's trying to expand you, open you. And that's not only through good things.
Yeah, yeah.
You said heart broken, heart open, right?
Heart broken
That's
open.
it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, if there's a place to find God, it's grief, heartbreak,
Yep.
loss, like me crying for my mother, like, oh my God, is God there?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God, is God there? And so if we allow the opening to happen in the good and the bad, you see that everything that happens to you, there's God's love in it, or whatever you want to call it, there's love in it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can't suffer, doesn't mean you can't feel victimized, doesn't mean you can't be like, oh my God, I want this to stop. You can have all these feelings, and
Yes.
there is love in each and every one of those things. My rock bottom, when my mother passed, my illness like skyrocketed also in endometriosis. My relationship broke up 5 years, broke up the day after the funeral.
Ooh.
My dog died 2 weeks later. I lost many friends. And so it was just like,
Yeah.
and it was as low as I could get. And in that moment, now looking back, I was reborn.
Yeah.
And I needed it.
Because God was there holding you.
I needed to die. Everything needed to die. And it did.
Yep.
And I was reborn there. And right now, that's when my new life started. It was in that moment. Deeply painful.
Yeah.
And I think everybody will recognize that there's a point in our life where we are domed to our knees.
Yes.
Also, my health. I've had many doctors say, and this is it. We can't treat you anymore. This is just going to be it. And then all I could do was pray and be like, help.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do anymore. I've done all this. I've done everything.
Yeah.
And I have nothing left to do. And just drop to my knees and say, okay, now take over.
Yes. Thank
And
you.
that moment, life has a tendency to bring us there. And I think there's a very deep wisdom in that, which is that we are doomed to eventually surrender. Because we will try to control and fix and heal and save and whatever.
Yeah.
Or suppress. And just like the work here with John, right? Can you just be with her?
Yeah.
Also with life, also with body. Can you just be?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I don't even remember what your question was.
This is good. It's all good. No, but this is the place we were kind of tying it back into supporting people that are opening to love, being single. And how do we have this trust that it will all work out? And one piece I want to just touch on, and then please keep going. This idea that when we're brought to our knees and we surrender and we die to our will, to our conclusions, to our attachments, whatever it is we're dying to, and this new surrendered being emerges, for me, that rebirth is about, I'm not in charge anymore.
Yeah. And that's a great
Divine
thing.
will is in charge. I have preferences. I'll show up and do what's in front of me.
Yeah.
But show me the way.
Yeah.
Show me the way. So, yeah, continue with.
So we get to, especially as the feminine, we get to desire and be hungry. If there's anything I want to teach women is to be hungry again. We have been all raised to suppress our hunger in literal terms, in non-literal terms. Like, don't want too much, don't ask for too much, don't eat too much, don't blah, 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 blah.
Oh my God, yes.
We've been taught to suppress our hunger. If there's one thing I would love everyone, like, be hungry. You want love, be as hungry for love as you can be.
Which is different than like desperate, needy, manipulative.
Yes, because you're not in control of how it comes.
Right.
So I don't play it cool. I didn't play it cool that 9 months. I wasn't like, oh, whatever, it's fine. I was like, oh, I long to start a family. I long to start
You
a
told
family.
the truth and you felt the truth.
Oh, and it would be anguish.
Yes, yes. And you let yourself feel it.
Oh my God, every day, because it was true.
Yes, yes.
So that's the thing. Like, if the clock ticking, whatever, you feel your desire for love. Yes, be so hungry.
Yeah.
Don't pretend it's cool whether it happens or not, because it's not cool.
Right.
We're not fine.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not. We are not fine. I wasn't complete. I was hungry. I was so hungry for love, and express my hunger, and I trust that it's taken care of. And I go into the world like God, like John always has this beautiful like woman who must be, right?
Yes.
She who must be. So I went everywhere with she who must be, maid, wife, mother, all of it, you know? And that was my energy. And that also repelled a lot of people, which is a great thing.
Yes.
Should. Because that they don't have to be in my life.
Yeah.
And so I think that's very much what we get to do. We get to be hungry. But hungry doesn't mean that we are abandoned. That I'm hungry for love doesn't mean something has gone wrong.
Right.
It doesn't mean somebody's starving me. It doesn't mean God is punishing me. It doesn't mean that life is in any way saying, no, not you. It's happening. Because if we look at, like, in polarity, we say the masculine holds time. I think if anybody looks back at timings in their life, it is so damn beautiful. Like, if I look at the exact week that I met my man, Jesus.
Yeah.
It was. I was going through very, very deep depression, and the week I met him was the week where the light started returning, and so he didn't pull me out of the darkness. He like came as I came back up, and it was also in his life there were a lot of big things happening that week. Like, it was so perfectly timed, and so. That's the key here. Be hungry and then release timing, because you are not in control.
Yeah.
We got to leave the house unless your man is the Amazon Prime delivery guy, it might be, but we genuinely have to leave the house and have an openness. That's key. We need to have some kind of openness to be spoken to be danced with, for if somebody fun appears in front of your nose, that you would notice it. Right? So we go outside with an openness, but that's it. I'm not in control of time.
Yeah.
I'm not in control of what it looks like.
Yeah.
I thought I would end up with a 2 meter, I don't even know what that is, but giant Viking man.
Yeah, you went for the alphas in the...
Yeah, that's what I thought I would end up with. Like, the Dutch men are very, very tall. I thought, giant, tall man. That's going to be it, right?
Right.
And I end up with a guy my height.
Yeah.
Who's disabled.
Yeah.
And I'm the happiest I'm so met in every fiber of my being.
Wow.
In every fiber of my being. And so even what it looks like, I'm not in control. That doesn't mean you have to compromise on things.
Right.
Like, I feel so safe and small and loved and feminine around that man. But if I had only been like 2 meters,
right,
I still don't know what it is. Very tall man.
Yes. You would have bypassed him.
I would have not. And honestly, when him and I were chatting, I was like, how tall are you? And he was like, your height. I literally wanted to cancel the date. And I was with a girlfriend. She's like, Sophie, don't you dare.
Right.
You need to go meet him.
Yeah.
And thank God she said that.
Right.
Because that's not what it's about.
Yeah. Also, let's double click on that. Because there's, what is his race? What is his height? What is his abilities? What is his job? What is his, like, there's so many areas where we, out of fear that we won't be met, or they'll withdraw their love, or they'll, all the different reasons that we're afraid to surrender and open.
Yeah.
And then we have this picture, and we can often bypass
Yeah.
the exact person that the divine knows can love us better than no one else.
Yeah.
How did it integrate into your system? What is it like with the challenges and the gifts of his disability? I remember when I first saw you, there's a lot of people, like there's 120 people.
Yeah.
And you have a presence when you walk. And you also have a presence when you walk with him.
Yeah.
And the two of you, without saying anything, are to me, this invitation to what else is possible beyond our wildest imagination. Grounded and open. So that was my first experience before I even met you.
Yeah.
What was it like when you went into the first date?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, short, disabled, not the picture. He's super, super handsome.
He's very handsome.
Super, super handsome. His eyes are like, wow. And it's just not what you were maybe thinking.
Well, honestly, he wrote very openly about it in his
Yeah.
dating profile. He didn't call it disability. He said difficulty with walking. He hadn't been able to walk until he was age 7, and
Wow.
he still walks differently.
Yeah.
But in his dating profile, he wrote so deep about himself and so real.
Oh, how exquisite.
And yes, I didn't know he had cerebral palsy. I didn't know what that looked like.
Right.
So when I met him, yes, my first response was like, oh, wow.
This is different than I
And then
thought.
5 seconds later, I was like, oh. I sat in front of him at the dinner table, and I was like, oh, it feels so good around you.
So your body
Oh.
had been telling you all along,
Yeah.
and you'd listened to it all
Yeah.
along, and your mind might have been saying one thing, but your body, keep going, you just melted by the looks of it.
Yeah, so I'm a very surrendered, submissive person, actually. So I've dated doms. So he was actually a dom date. And if one thing I've learned from dating doms is that how experienced they are or not doesn't really matter. Your body either goes gooey or it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Right. And
There's
so for
a
those that don't
physical
know
instinct. Yeah, so dom submissive, it means that, so these are more in like when you are on field and stuff like that, and you have more sexy dates. It's where one partner is the more dominant and one
Right.
partner is the more submissive. And
Right.
there's many flavors and versions of how to do that.
Yeah.
But that was very much the kind of nourishment I needed because I wanted as polarized as possible
Yes.
connections. So I had
Yes.
a great time. It was lovely. So that's also how I met him. He was a potential dom. And what I really learned from dating doms is there is a wisdom in your body that you cannot bypass. So I would be with a guy that looked great on paper, said all the right things, super experienced, and my body would just be like,
Permakegel in the vagina.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with him, I sat down and I just went like, ugh. And now I feel so much love for his body because that man is who he is because of his body. Can you imagine being like a deeply masculine man? He was raised in the slums, like in the ghettos, being disabled. Like the strength and centeredness that man has. I have never in my life met a man more confident, like lovingly confident than that. You cannot, like the irony, you cannot push that man out of his center. You cannot. He is so solid in himself. And he has a compassion and a love for everybody that very few people have. And I think especially as a man, especially at a young age, if you had to go through something really hard and rebuild yourself,
Yeah.
rebuild your worth, when the
Yeah.
whole world might look at you and see something small,
Right.
that's as solid as a man can get.
Right. From the inside out.
As solid as a man. I've never met a man so emotionally regulated, confident, compassionate, heart open, and just so much love. And that's because of his body. So I devote his body. Like his legs are difficult. I love his legs. Just love them. And yes, our life is different. And sometimes that's hard.
Right.
And sometimes there's grief for things we can't do.
Right.
And our life will look different also with a family and children and babies and stuff. And my gosh, 10 times this than an angry, grumpy man or whatever, you know.
Angry Viking.
Yeah, angry Viking shut down. So, yeah, I never thought I would end up with a disabled man, but he's also, I don't see him like that.
Sure.
To be very honest, it's a practical part of our life, but that's it. And when I sit in front of him or lay in his arms, it's just home.
Totally.
It's just home.
What have you noticed in him that has healed, evolved, softened, opened, awakened
Yeah.
by your love of him
Yeah.
without judgment.
Yeah. So of course I've been in this work, the John Wineland work, for a few years. So my body's quite attuned to another man. You know, I feel. So when I met him, I did feel like the uigui, and I said, "You exist in your torso and your head and your neck, and that's it."
Ah,
And I get it. Like, who am I to make any kind of judgment of what it's like to be in a body that doesn't work the way you would want it to,
right.
and what that journey is like, and what that embodiment is like.
But you couldn't feel him in his belly or his hips.
Legs or his
legs.
arms.
Yeah.
And I was hungry for it.
Yeah.
And initially that was a hard thing, of course, to be confront or to hear. And
share,
he said,
yeah.
and you're right.
Mm.
And this man, I mean, I love him for this. He doesn't make me his teacher in any way. So he went on his own journey, his own tantric journey, hired a tantric coach, you know, took care, like really started dropping into his body.
Wow.
And the pain, like I can't even imagine connecting to legs that do not work.
Right.
And then going into them. And he's going there.
Yeah.
And he's like this weekend he discovered breath work. And when he does breath work, he's in his whole body. And I'm like, and so I think he thanks me for this a lot, because I think my oracle of where I'm hungry for more of him is also leading him to where he gets to expand. And he trusts my like, oh honey, your legs, I want you to be your legs.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and I it's not that I think he should be better or should be something else than he is. I just feel what the next step is for him.
To awaken within each of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
And I'm not hearing you came to the John Wineland thing to fix him.
No, not at all.
No, you are just letting the flow of life occur, as is he. It's a very different energy.
I wanted to just see what would happen in the space between us. I was just curious. Like I had to do a little bit of work to be like, okay, he can hate it. He can hate the whole weekend. It's okay.
And I
if
still
he
love
hates
him.
it.
Okay.
It's okay if he hates it. This is your home. It doesn't have to be his home.
That's great.
He's amazing for wanting to go to arrange it and wanting to go be here, and doesn't have to love it.
Right. And I can still ask.
Yes,
And I can let
still
go of
be
the
hungry.
outcome. Yeah.
I can be hungry.
Yeah.
I literally, on the first day, I said, I'm just going to own this. I would love for you to join that men's program. I don't want to force you, and I don't want to like be leaky or weird about it and be like, So I'm just going to own it. I really want you to do it, and I'm going to let it go.
Yeah.
And then I fully let it go. And on the last like hour, he said, do you know what I'm going to do?
He's going to do the men's
Yeah. So I expressed my hunger, and then I said, and now it's up to you.
This is, again, a great teaching for dating and relationships. We're allowed to feel. We're allowed to be hungry. We're allowed to ask.
Yeah.
We're allowed to yearn and let go of all attachments.
Yeah. So for me, having a more polarized, a more dominant, submissive relationship, I have never been able to feel so much of what I want. Like, I feel like there's more space for me, because what do I do all day? I feel yes, no, I want this. I'm hungry for that. I want that. Don't want this anymore. That's all I'm feeling. I'm just feeling myself all day. Whereas in previous relationships that weren't as polarized, that was way more of a battle. Or don't want too much, be chill, compromise, flow with whatever's happening, you know. And with him,
So I'm hearing, without the polarization before, you were more suppressing.
it's more amicable, maybe.
Amicable?
Yeah, you know, right?
Neutered, pleasant.
Like you wanna go to pizza, you wanna go for a salad. Oh, okay, I guess today I'll do what you want, and tomorrow we can do what I right.
But
Way more
stage 2 kind of.
very stage 2, made me miserable because I was a very hungry lady.
Yes, I so get this. This is so great to be. We have different language around this.
Yeah.
But this idea is you gave yourself permission in the process of waiting for him to let all of your true hunger be there.
Yeah.
And you didn't turn it off once you started dating.
No, got way stronger.
Stronger. Stronger.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you continue to speak this to him and
There's an art to this.
Okay, yes. tell
So
us.
I do it with him. I do it with life. I do it outside. I do it everywhere. I ask and
Daddy.
ask and ask and ask and ask.
You ask Sky Daddy all the time.
Everything. I'm hungry for everything, but there's a nuance.
Okay.
So for instance, let's say I go to a restaurant and it's fully booked, no tables. And oh my gosh, I've been wanting to go to this restaurant so badly.
Yeah.
So the good girl would say something, okay, never mind, I'll go now.
Yeah.
The boss babe would be like, I don't know, here's $20. Oh, hey, come on, arrange something for me. Doesn't inspire anybody.
No.
When they say no,
It's
she might be
control.
like, damn it. I'm a queen and I'm not being treated like one.
Right.
So there's pain in there. In the moment there's rejection, there's a lot of pain and anger.
And cranky and
Yeah.
yeah.
So she needs it to happen. What I do is I go to a restaurant and I show them my genuine joy that I would love. I was like, oh, your restaurant's so lovely. If there is by any chance a table that magically opens up, could you send me a message?
Right.
And then I truly let it go.
True. Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, it's okay. If the waiter's
just as
grumpy
whole.
with me, it's okay because they're having a busy day, right?
Right.
It's genuinely all okay.
Mm-hmm.
I fully detach from it, but I express my hunger. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'd love to. Your restaurant looks amazing. Could you send me a message?
Yeah.
I fully let it go. And yes, what happens 9 out of 10 times when I get that table?
Yeah.
But not because I'm entitled to it, not because I expect it, not because it has to,
Yeah.
not because I'm XYZ.
Right.
Just because I feel my genuine joy. And so my life tends to be like that everywhere. Upgrades to business class, it happens everywhere I go just because I ask from a place of showing my genuine joy.
Yes.
And appreciation for what somebody's doing. And I just dare to ask. And I dare to want something and don't think like, am I burdening them? Because I trust everybody to take care of themselves.
Right.
Also with my man, I ask him for everything.
Right.
He's completely capable to say, no, Sophie, not today.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let me let it go.
Right. Articulate the difference, because what I'm hearing is these requests, the hunger, the invitation is coming from a wholeness, not an emptiness.
Yes.
So there's hunger, insatiable, feminine, more. Like there's the hunger, but to me, it's not coming from this empty void of grasping neediness that can never be met. Like, explain the difference between emptiness and hunger.
So when my hunger doesn't get met, I don't make it mean something about me. If the table doesn't happen, it's not because God doesn't like me or the waiter didn't like me or I asked it wrong or
You're not deserving.
everybody gets good stuff except me.
Right.
Or everybody else is better at asking them, whatever. I don't make it mean anything about me. I just trust life as it's unfolding.
Right.
Somebody's allowed to say no. Somebody's allowed to be grumpy with me.
It's like the weather, Sophie. It's
Yeah.
like it's okay if it rains or if it's sunny.
It's okay if you
It's
don't
not-
want to help me.
Right. It's not personal.
It's like everybody has their own day and their own feelings and their own resourcing. I will always ask somebody to pick up my suitcase from the baggage thing. Like, and if they say no, it's fine. I can carry it myself, you know.
Yes.
It just feels really nice when somebody does it, but they don't have to. So that it's really seeing that whatever unfolds is good.
Right.
But I get to tell the world what I would love.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, how would you know? Like in our practices, every man I was like, we have to show them what we're open for. Otherwise, they don't know. The pain in the men right now is just like, they don't want to hurt us. And so they're being very careful with us.
Yeah.
So we have to make it fair. Also in dating or flirting or whatever, we don't have to necessarily take the initiative unless you want to. But you don't have to take the initiative. But there has to be a clarity in your body or in your energy that, yes, you.
Yes, this.
Yes, I'm curious about you. You could, like, I would love for you to come closer. And so to always bring that, to always bring the what we're open for, because they're careful. They won't do it otherwise.
Right.
So this is how the energy starts flowing. It's from your hunger. Hunger is everything.
What's the other side when you are in your hunger and you're requesting, inviting, and you're not attached? What if something comes at you that's a not a yes, please, but a no, not that? How do you maintain the polarity, your femininity, when you're a no?
When I'm a no,
When you're like, no, not like that. I don't want to be touched like that. Or no, that's not the table I want at the restaurant. Or no, that's not.
I just say,
You just, yeah. Tell us what the no sounds like, looks like, feels like.
okay, let me give an example that might be a little bit triggering for some, but so my man is a bit more dominant. So he tells me to make him coffee, which I think is the sexiest thing in the world. If I don't want to make him coffee, I go, no, I don't want to make you coffee. And then he just laughs. He's like, okay, honey. And he changes his energy because he has to feel me differently. Right? The other day there was, I don't do his laundry at all, whatever, but he had a shirt at my place, and there was a blemish on it, and he told me, like, Sophie, next time here, make sure the shirt is done. And I was just like, hell no. And he's like, oh, this is so interesting. Can you share with me why this is a hell no, but when I ask you for the coffee, it's sexy? Because I want to learn.
Oh, and so, yeah, why is it different?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I wish I was, I don't have any idea. It just didn't feel good. It did not. But even my no is done with so much love to him, because I know his intentions are good. I know he's always trying for me. He loves me. We're on the same team always.
Again, you don't take it personally.
No, of course. And he doesn't.
Right.
Even though you could make it super personal, right? Because I don't like the way he asked it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't take it personally. He's just like, oh, there's something I get to refine.
Yeah.
So also, yes, I'm always expressing my no. Nothing happens that I don't want to do. I do not please in this relationship whatsoever.
And how did that grow within you in past relationships when you were settling more or not as polarized or not listening to your body?
Historically, I was with men that were more defensive, which is the wound in men. We have the wound of mistrust, I think, and men have the wound of defensiveness.
Yeah.
Defensive is hard to be with.
Mm-hmm.
So when you express a no and it's like, but I wanted to do the right thing for you, that's really hard to be with.
Yeah.
And so I knew for my next relationship, it's not that the man wasn't allowed to be defensive, but I needed a man with an awareness of his defensiveness.
Mm-hmm. Who can own it.
Yeah, it could be like, okay,
aware and own it.
The defensiveness is not serving anybody.
Right.
And I have to hold that. Just like I have to hold my mistrust and my on guardness and like, you're going to fuck this up, aren't you? I have to hold that in myself because it's not about him.
Right. That's
he
your
has
own...
to hold his defensiveness.
Right.
Because it's not necessarily about me.
Mm-hmm.
And what's underneath defensiveness is pain.
Mm-hmm.
Is I actually hurt his feelings.
Right.
But they lash out.
Yep.
And so I knew that I needed to be with a man with an awareness of this defensiveness. I am somehow with a man that does not have any defensiveness. Very, very rarely does it come a little bit. And then I just say, oof, you just closed. I just lost your heart. Oof. And then he's like, oh, you're right. And he comes back to it. So I express all my no's all the time.
And it seems that you have a language to come together.
Because we stay on the same team.
Correct, yeah.
And I think that's what and John also talks about it a lot, but I think that's the core of all of this. Like, can you remain on the same team? If he is upset or triggered or whatever, am I with him? And vice versa? Do we do that together? Mm-hmm. If I'm upset by something he said to me, are we doing that together? And I have to honor him this. He's very good at it. There was something tiny yesterday that I felt dropped. He said he was going to pick me up at a certain time to go back to the room together because he only had the key card and he forgot, which is so unlike him. And I didn't think, oh, he dropped me. Oh, he's untrustworthy. Blah, blah, blah.
You didn't spiral.
No, because I know it's not his intention. His intention's always to be there for me and to be the best partner. But something did happen and I didn't feel good. So I just went to him and I said, can I share something? He's like, yeah. I'm like, kind of felt really sad because I was running around trying to find you and you forgot and it's not like you. And he was like, oh my gosh, you're so right.
Yeah, but you also led with vulnerability.
Yes.
I'm sad.
Yeah, not with you did something.
Not accusation.
Yes, you promised me something you didn't do. That's masculine. That's dude to dude.
So that's the justification and the defensiveness. But when you lead with this softness and we practice for 5 days, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Right? So how beautiful it is to give that deeper transparency and how much more easily it can be received.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Oh, I just want to talk to you for hours and hours. I'm curious, as the boss making all the money, the corporate lady, and then, quit COVID, and then 9 months later into COVID, you met him?
No, I met him 9 months ago.
9 months ago. Okay, so you had several years of cultivating a business from, I'm going to call the feminine, or you're rebirthing. Take us on how you run your business from this hunger, from this invitation, from clarity with your no, and now in partnership, navigating, you want to spend time with him, and I know that you'd like to start a family. So tell us your evolution of feminine, I guess we'll call it feminine leadership.
Yeah. So I'm a big believer that any woman needs to develop her inner dude.
Inner dude. Yes.
So we need a healthy relationship with the masculine part in ourselves.
Correct. Yeah.
That is very practically, you look at your to-do list and it doesn't make you cringe. You look at your to-do list and you think, oh,
Oh, I get to be on a podcast with Sophie this morning.
what a great structure.
I love it.
Delicious. Or commitments or whatever that you create the structures around your business that feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means, again, honoring what is. I'm chronically ill. I have severe ADHD. I don't function in any, like, I'll be there from 10 to 5.
Oh, you got here on time. I'm very
I know.
impressed.
It is very... So, but I cannot count on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've made myself wrong for that my entire life. And I thought, Jesus, Sophie, you need to be way more dependable. You need to be way more this, that. And my brain is not like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it means I have to create structures, expectations, communication around who I actually am.
Mm-hmm.
Now, very practically for me, that means I can't work every week of the year. I work in seasons. So I will kick butt for 6 weeks and then I kind of disappear for another 2 months.
Okay. You've discovered what works for you.
And my
Structures
business
that
has
work for you.
completely been fine.
Yeah.
And yes, maybe I'd be a multimillionaire if I'd be a consistent lady, but I'm not ruined because I'm not.
Right.
And so I've now created a business and my clients, my followers, they know me like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not an issue to anybody.
Yeah.
When I'm on, you'll know. So it means, for instance, when I post something, people wait for it because they know when she writes something, it's good and I need to listen. I don't post every day. I've never needed to. I post once a month.
Right.
I've never needed to. So I think what we very much get to do is create structures in our business that genuinely support us. And for instance, you seem like a woman with lots of energy, which is great. So what's the structures that support that? You know, I know many women in our kind of work that they have this like endless amount of energy and just so much creativity and just so much fire and aliveness. Great. So what structures support that? And so that's really the inner dude work. Is my to-do list supporting me or punishing me somehow? Is my structures or the way I handle my clients, my courses, whatever, are they punishing me or putting me in a... And that doesn't mean I have to baby myself. I could push myself a little bit. So we don't have to baby ourselves either. But like, what is actually supportive?
Yeah.
For me, it also means I cannot launch a course that I do not feel in that moment. And some people can. I'm very jealous of them. They've had great careers. I cannot.
Yeah.
But it does mean that when I launch something, it is alive as hell.
Yeah.
And people know it. They come to my courses because they know it is not an average thing.
Right. There's something I want you to keep going in a second. I just want to put a pin in. This idea of being reborn has been lingering inside me as you've been talking. I haven't brought these words up yet, but the idea of a 3D, 4D world and a 5D world, I don't know if that's familiar. Okay. So to me, when we ascend into this next dimension, we really do die. Our third and fourth, we're awake at our own funeral of the dying of that right and wrong, win or lose. This world is leaving the dimension of the universe that we live in, but also our body, while we're still in a body, being reborn. Oh God, I'm in this liminal phase. Oh, holy shit, I'm a butterfly. Look at that. Right. And so we're being born. This new 5D way of being, to me, is very present moment, not linear time. So who I used to be in my 20s, 30s, 40s as a mother, and the structure. And I went through a long 13-year custody battle, and I was being hunted and perpetrated while trying to raise a child and have a business. It was a really difficult time. And now, postmenopausal, my child is an adult. I'm on a 1-month sabbatical working, but this is play for me. This is my juice. This deep, intimate conversations. I could do this all day, every day for the rest of my life. So this idea that it can also maybe change over time, how we do business. And again, you're so good at not judging yourself or taking things personally. So if it's not working for you, oh, but I should have, and I don't, and I've wasted. No, choose again, present moment, what feels good. So tell us, as you're moving into
Mm-hmm.
this next phase of your relationship
Mm-hmm.
and potentially welcoming a child. What's brewing in this present moment for life, business, motherhood,
Yeah.
all of it?
So in my 20s, I was this super driven, ambitious career lady, and I loved it. That wasn't against my nature. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And then I got the burnout. And then at a certain point, I reached my 30s, and that ambition disappeared. Not my love for my work. I love my work. Oh my God, put me in front of a camera. I'm just the happiest person. It's just where I need to be. But this ambition of like making the millions or whatever, it just doesn't, it didn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
This drivenness that I see in my man to like conquer the biggest mountain. If I'm really honest, I didn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
I did have it, but I didn't have it anymore. And I started to feel that what was nourishing me was cooking for 3 hours. You know, I have a great dog. I have this cute little dash hound. Cuddling with him on the couch, being with friends, quality time. And very different things were really nourishing me.
Yeah.
And my identity crisis, and I think a lot of women move through this, was that work wasn't fulfilling me as much. Again, I love my work, but like the succeeding at something wasn't fulfilling me. And so I see that in a lot of women where they either need to be or they think they should be hard workers, successful, blah blah blah, and it's hard on them.
Yes.
And they judge themselves like, why can't I do this?
Yeah.
They judge themselves.
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing more and more is that our nature isn't a consistent output. Men are made for this. Their bodies are made for this, for like eye on the prize and we go. We are so cyclical. We have seasons, we have monthly cycles. We are cyclical as can be. And so our bodies are literally not fully made for that world. And if I can even just, and this might be different in the States or Canada, but in the Netherlands or Western Europe, it is extremely equal. There's very few stay-at-home moms. Everybody, dual income, everybody. To even say like, if holding the financial responsibility isn't opening you, that's okay. And that doesn't mean you are not a good adult. It doesn't mean that you are not responsible. It doesn't mean you're a little princess diva. It is just your feminine nature that's coming out.
Because your value, there's another essence to your value that you might not have explored.
Yeah. My ambition is that I can bring children into this world that are deeply joyful and safe and can be themselves. And yes, I love creating in my business, but from a very different engine. Not from the engine of paying rent.
Right.
But from the engine of love and devotion.
And who are those children you'll be raising and in the impact that they will have on the planet?
Yeah, I can't think of anything better to do with my life and my energy and my heart. I cannot think of a more productive, whatever way to do that.
Yeah.
And so I knew going into my next relationship, I was hungry for a man that could financially provide. Because I've actually always financially provided for my men because I was the most successful one in the relationship.
Right.
And it made me miserable.
Thank you.
It made me so sad. It just made me sad.
Yeah.
It wasn't about their success or whatever. It just made me so sad.
Wasn't aligned with your essence.
Yeah, I would pay for entire holidays and the rents and the furniture and like, oh, it just made me so sad. And so I was like, that's not my truth anymore, if I'm really honest. And so I want to be with a man that can provide. And if that is a smaller life, that's okay. But I want to release the financial, especially majority, but the financial burden so I can create from love. And so I'm now with a man that says, Sophie, if you never want to work again, I got you. If you want to become world famous, I got you. And so it's not like trad wifery. He supports me in whatever I want to go do. So he's the supporting, providing, protector role, and I'm the creating role, creating and nourishing.
Yeah.
And whatever that ends up being each year, that's what he supports me in. And so that's really what I'm shifting towards. It's like, where does my energy want to be? And I love my work. I don't want to let it go at all.
Right.
But it's a different relationship.
Yeah.
It is really coming from devotion versus this engine of like, have to make the money, make the da-da.
Yeah.
Money is, it's not about money now anymore. And it's a very different way of being. And I notice there's something relaxing in my body that is never relaxed in my entire life. There's
Again, it's just such divine timing to meet you. So like literally 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
I'm on my Wachuma journey, and it's like 9, 10, 11 hours of like walking through this forest and through, oh my God, I was like, twice I said, leave me to die. It was really a hard journey for me. And I think my shaman knew my will and the momentum with which I've been doing this for decades needed something. And I remember sitting in this stone, I think it was called like the Stone Alley. It was just like this zigzag crossing down this huge mountain. He goes, there's your rock. And a big ass rock, almost as big as the rug beneath us. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lie down. And he's like, relax. I'm like, I am. And he's like, no, you're not. No. He's like, and this is where my mother wound, how we started this conversation, came up. Like, I was like, oh, my mom fought for me. She stood up for me. She dealt with all that she was dealing with. But I don't have a memory, Sophie, of mom holding me. I keep looking. I'm like, I don't remember that. And so my shaman was like, allow this mountain, even though we think maybe mountains are masculine, like feel Mother Gaia holding you. And I remember, letting that shoulder down. Letting the back of my neck down. Widening my pelvic floor on, just like, and then, I let Mother Gaia hold me. And then the very next thought was, I don't want to be in charge anymore.
Yes, there we go.
I don't want to be in charge anymore.
Yeah.
And then the next feeling was, okay, well, this is the next level of my surrender.
Yeah.
Of my next level of, okay, divine will.
Yeah.
I'll do what's in front. You know, I can be as resilient as fuck. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over it. You're in charge. And how I love my clients and new colleagues and appreciate my mentors. And I love this work. And you run the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Run the show. What do you want me to do next?
Exactly.
Whatever. Because I'm done.
Yeah.
And I'm in a different phase, having already completed all my baby giving.
Yeah.
But there's a birth of something else that's really juicy and energizing, but smooth and soft. And I'm curious because I'm not going to figure it out, strategize, and just let it be birthed from the unknown. And I so appreciate this conversation of femininity, polarity, hunger, and your extraordinary journey. And you're still so young, you're a baby. I could be your mother. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
So as we complete this portion, and hopefully this is the first of many times we get to connect together, and we'll still do our after the show, because your song is like my pole dancing song.
I love that.
We'll pole dance with these microphones. I don't know. If you could give us the blessing of hearing what your hunger sounds like, looks like in your body for this next beautiful phase, motherhood and relationship, and giving your gifts the way you do in your business.
So the moment I met that man, my man now, my first thought was our children would be so beautiful, first of all, but also they would be raised in the most loving, joyful home. And I've wanted children with previous partners before, but I was so scared to become pregnant of them, if I was really honest. I was scared. I've told him from the beginning, if that man would divorce me, we would get divorced, I would still be so incredibly safe and provided and taken care of. That is a good man through and through. And so what has been happening in my body is a level I didn't know. I mean, I've been in opening and feminine and tantrics and all of that for years. But my womb is opening now. I want to receive him in me. I want to merge with him and create a love child. And I'm like, it brings me to tears. I'm honored that I get to do that with him. That he chose me and I chose him. Like, I am so honored that I get to be the one with him, and vice versa. We both feel that for each other. And this opening, I've never, like, it's a hunger I've never felt before. It's a sexual energy I've never felt before. Because it's sexual, but it's, I don't want to say it's like super sacred. I mean, it is, but it's like my being wants to dissolve with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm opening in complete safety. And also when this child comes, it ain't up to us.
Yeah.
Like, people are dreaming of our child coming, and we have friends calling, like, I keep dreaming of your child. So they're close, but when this comes,
Right.
it's not up to us. I have lots of health problems. I should have fertility issues.
Right. Okay.
It's going to unfold as it's going to unfold.
Right. It's beautiful as you're speaking. I'm feeling in my body, not just your sacred, like your yoni, but
more,
really the womb.
Yeah, it's different.
And then I feel like it's coming up against your heart,
Yeah.
like it's like a full body, surrender and welcoming.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's going to happen with your health.
No.
We don't know if this child is going to be adopted. We have no idea if you're going to have like triplets.
If I have 5 miscarriages, I don't know.
Right, we don't know.
I don't know. And I trust every
And you're
part.
okay
If I have
with it.
5 miscarriages, then that is it.
Right.
I trust all of that.
Right. Yeah. You're really a facilitator of the divine energy. Like, just have your way with me.
Yeah, that's exactly my prayer. Have your way with me. Use me. Have your way with me. Where do you want me to be?
Yeah, I really feel that.
Yeah.
And it's a gift to be in this conversation, because that figure 8 between us happens. And I'm like, oh yeah, that feels really good as I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I wish you just what's for you, because I know that you'll receive it. And then the beauty of your business is that you do get to share your journey with others as a role model.
Oh yeah.
And that is such a gift as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on Intimate Conversations.
Thank you, lady.
Yes. So we'll dance here. We'll dance here in a moment. I have 3 little quick questions over on Patreon after the show. But in conclusion, what was most delicious about our conversation this morning?
Oof. All of it? No, let me give you something specific. You're like genuine joy. Like, you're very receptive and expressive. And it just feels, I feel really seen and heard. And I'm receiving that instead of thinking I need to give you lots back. Just receiving it, and it's just so nice.
Thank you. It literally felt like I was in your arms and you're in my arms like the whole time. It was so good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your wisdom and your everything that you've given us today. Yeah. And for you delicious ones, if you're not like a puddle of butter right now like me, I don't know. Please take a moment before you complete this, when you complete this podcast, to drop in, even if it's just for 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe put your feet on the earth. Maybe just take a moment and breathe. Maybe if you're a writer and you want to journal, just let whatever woke up in you, whatever hunger, whatever authentic truth and ache through the body woke up during this conversation, and speak it, dance it, move it, write it, be with it, honor it, as we're so grateful that you've honored us with your time being with us here on Intimate Conversations. And please join us over on Patreon. It's a whole new family where I provide so much behind the scenes intimacy with me. Also, I answer your questions there. Ask me anything. You can also see me dance with my guests, and it's a place where we get to go even deeper than here on Intimate Conversations. Thank you with all my love, and thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you, honey. Really.
See you next week on Intimate Conversations. Get out there and make love to life.
So I'm in Madrid, and I'm about to fly to Los Angeles and then Albuquerque. And I'm thinking back to the interview with Sophie and her absolute willingness to be hungry for what she desires, mixed with her absolute surrender unattachment to whether it happens or not, and her willingness to be in this, it seems like a perpetual state of longing or aching or hunger, just for the deliciousness that's possible being alive, but with not an attachment. And I've been thinking about this ever since the interview. The gift in having body issues for most of her life, being in pain with her cycle 15 years, the epileptic seizures that would happen at 25 or 26 years old, like her body shutting down and saying like, nope, we're not doing that anymore. Maybe there's like a correlation between the surrender that it takes when your body's just like, nope. So what are you going to fall into? What are you going to rest into? What are you going to let go into? I'm wondering if that has supported her exquisite capacity to trust and let go and ache, hunger of what's possible being alive. So I was embodying Sophie as I was checking in back in Mallorca for my flight, and I shared with the check-in person how happy it would make me to be upgraded, and he seemed quite receptive. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's completely sold out. I'm like, it's okay, no problem. And I'm still asking the universe, like I actually got moved on my last flight because there was a little dog and another little dog, and the dogs were too close. So they needed to like separate the people with the dogs. So I'm like, hey, maybe somebody's gonna like wanna sit back in economy with their friend so I can sit in their business class seat. I don't know. I'm just gonna still stay open. I'm still going to be hungry. I'm still going to ache. And I'm going to be unattached. So may this podcast have brought you several ahas and awakenings. And please follow her on Instagram. Check out what she's all about. And know that she's manifested love beyond her imagination. And allow that to also permeate your world. Maybe he or she is a little taller or shorter. Maybe they live in another country, let alone another state or province. Let love look like what the divine has in store for you rather than what your ego has in store for you. And let's see what magical breakthroughs occur because of this beautiful podcast. I'm ready to fall asleep on my 13-hour flight and get as many winks in as possible, and I'm really grateful that I'm able to continue to bring these incredible conversations to you from all over the world. I love this. I love that in Mallorca I was able to shoot 2 podcasts. That just made this my Patreon channel, which is my love of being able to travel and see my clients, my colleagues, my mentors, when I meet my beloved, when my son returns, like these adventures of what it's like to live fully. This is why I'm here. So come over and join us in Patreon as you watch us dance. And Sophie gives me an answer that no one's ever given me with these 3 questions I ask on after the show. And again, I think she's onto something. So I'll see you there. I love you.